This is quite an interesting question because the question is almost repeated in my class today. In the morning session, whenever I have to deal with the question in Hindi medium conversation, there's some of the curious students raise the same question, and it is very natural because yesterday, in the essay paper, the exam for essay paper has been conducted, so students are definitely going to be much curious about the question. इन हिंदी देयर वाज ए क्वेश्चन आई हैव डील्ड विथ कि इतिहास अपने आप को दोहराता है प्रथम त्रासदी के रूप में और दूसरा प्रहसन के रूप में. In my English medium batch, the same question has been put by the student. The history repeats itself first as a tragedy, second as a farce. Very interesting question. My students, it is a very pet statement which I have always tried to convey you. This idea is very important for the knowledge of history. Actually, whenever I have dealt with the topic Napoleon Bonaparte and his nephew Louis Napoleon Bonaparte, in that context I have quoted this statement, and time and again I used to quote this statement. This is definitely very favorable statement, and this is the crux of history, you should know. In fact, it was for the first time a very reputed philosopher, you might have heard the name, Hegel. He has just given a statement in this regard. He told that history repeats itself, not in that sense that history repeats itself. He says that in fact in history every event occurs twice. Means that not a full and final statement and full and final event, but every event, every personality has to be repeated in history time and again, at least 2 times. So once Hegel has given this idea, Karl Marx further elaborated it. You know that Karl Marx was in one sense, you can say, a wider acceptance of Hegel and simultaneously the rejection of Hegel as well, because he appropriated the ideas of Hegel but in his specific manner. So actually Karl Marx here made some correction and he added a term. Actually Karl Marx was at that time writing over the 18th Brumaire of Louis Napoleon, and it was an article perhaps, and he has mentioned about the event of the 18th Brumaire, how did Napoleon's nephew Louis Napoleon III captured the power in France through bringing a coup, and he declared himself to be the emperor. So he tried to compare his condition with that of Napoleon Bonaparte, and then he declared that history repeats itself first as a tragedy, then as a farce, then second as a farce. So it is from here this statement has originated. So my student, if you have to answer this question particularly in essay, the basic objective of the question stated is to just, you can say, put a litmus, you can say, test to your mind how much depth you are having in a particular topic and how can you express yourself. Here the Satish Chandra committee has done a work, and in order to test the basic talent of the students, he introduced this particular, you can say, paper that is known as essay paper. So there are the 2 kinds of essay, one kind of essay that is called the argumentative type of essay, another is proverbial type of essay. So this in studies paper I have realized that most of the essays are the proverbial type of essays, not the argumentative, and in place of the current issues they just try to make an assessment of your original thinking on the specific topic. So here you can say in this particular proverbial question, in which you are supposed to elaborate some ideas. So there is the only method is amplification. Amplification means there is the statement. So now you have to bring the far-fetched ideas and examples to elaborate the statement. Means amplify it. Amplification is the only solution. So here you can give a lot of examples from history, even ideas. As the first example, you can very well quote Napoleon Bonaparte and his nephew. How did first as a tragedy? What does he mean? When Napoleon Bonaparte just destroyed the French Revolution and he captured the power and declared himself to be the Emperor of France, so it should be characterized as a tragedy. Why? Because the French people were quite unaware of the fact that what Napoleon was actually doing, and Napoleon very tactfully declared himself to be the child of the revolution. So the French people were mesmerized, they were just hijacked psychologically by Napoleon. So it was really a tragedy for you because the revolution was destroyed. But at the time of Louis Napoleon III, and this event had perhaps taken place after 4 decades in 1852, and the same people tolerated this, and the same event has been repeated, it was just like a farce because you have not taken the lesson and allowed the event to be occurred. What was the background behind the second takeover by Napoleon's nephew? The background behind the second second takeover was that when the France, after the revolution of 1848, a republic was re-established in France, and France had to move in the direction of the socialist transformation. So having been worried about its future, the French middle class consciously strengthened the hand of at that time the president of France in this republic, that was the Louis Napoleon III, and the head of the Bonapartist party and the unworthy nephew of Napoleon. And finally, it was Louis Napoleon III who destroyed this republic, and the French people simply tolerated this. So why this event had to be repeated? Because it was allowed to be repeated. So that's why it was just a farce, not a tragedy. For the first time tragedy, second time a farce. So this is the academic background, and this is basically, this statement, you can say, reflects the statement. That reflects the situation. But my student, simply a single example will not suffice to answer the question. And this single example will not be, you can say, complete in itself. But in history, they are the full of you can say full of examples are there. You can very well take the more than 10 examples, 12 examples according to the requirement of the question. Here I can cite some examples. Firstly, you can mention how the Napoleon Bonaparte carried a Moscow expedition, and it was a very fatal military, you can say, mistake, or the fatal military strategy. When the Britain remained unconquered in West, and Napoleon just went on such a devastating expedition to Moscow, in which his almost whole army was destroyed, he returned with simply the 10,000 soldiers. So, but the same mistake was after 130 years, according to David Thompson, the same mistake was committed by Hitler in course of the Second World War in Moscow expedition. Likewise, you can cite the example of the First World War. The mistake which were committed in First World War. So, in place of correcting the, you can say, steps which were mistakenly taken, once again, the second mistake was, you can say, committed just in Paris Peace Conference, resulting into the Second World War. Means we have not taken the lesson from history. Otherwise, the Second World War could have been preventable and could have been prevented. Likewise, you can cite the example of World Economic Depression of 1929-30 and try to compare it with the subprime loan crisis of USA as well as the Eurozone crisis presently. In this way, my students, here I have to inform you, whenever you are just dealing with a question like the proverbial question, so be clear about one thing. As you have to do the amplification of the statement, so you can even take the opposite ideas. For example, you can say this statement has been given by Karl Marx, but the opposite statement was given by Mark Twain. He was a poet. He is having another view. History never repeats itself because the same personality could never be repeated. The same event could not take place. The minutes and hours which we have spent, and even if we are just moving to taking a step in a river, so after some time or some days we are just, you can say, moving in the same river. So not I am the same person, not the event is the same event, because history never allows to repeat itself. The past never allows to repeat itself. In order to amplify your ideas, even you can quote the Mark Twain. And even if you are not recalling the name of Mark Twain, at least you can recall the statement. In this way, my students, you can deal with the question. Now you are a bit curious. Why and what is the basis of the selection of topic by normally the question setter? Although we cannot make any sort of prediction what is the basis. But as I think, with this first as a tragedy and then as a farce, a book has been composed possibly in 2012 or 13. Although the book was compiled earlier, but in 2020 in India, the book was much in circulation. One of the copies even just fell into my hand. And author is some Zizek, some Slovak Zizek or whatever. In this book, the title is the same title. And this book has gained popularity in India in the background of this pandemic. Because even earlier there was the pandemic, but from the previous pandemic, we have not taken the lesson and allowed this pandemic to occur again. So, but in this book, this is not mentioned because this book has been compiled in 2012-13. In this book, it was the economic crisis of Europe that has been mentioned. European governments still didn't take any, the European governments have not still taken any lesson from this economic crisis. So even in future, this incident can be repeated again. So it was in this background, my students, and it became the basis for this question. So in this way, you will come to deal with the proverbial question. And history is always providing you the fuel, sufficient fuel to, you can say, aisle the question, aisle the answer in proverbial questions. From history, you will take a lot of ideas to answer the questions, particularly the proverbial nature of the question. So I am stopping here and I am moving to another question.
किया जाता है। एप्लीकेशन को डाउनलोड करने का लिंक वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में दे दिया गया है। अधिक जानकारी के लिए स्क्रीन पे दिए गए फोन नंबर पर हमसे संपर्क करें या हमारे YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। थैंक यू।